What's going on, guys? This is Damien from The Lookout and I am here with how to play Dark Broly, the newest best deck coming out of BT25. That's right, I know that all of you are very hyped for these better archetypes and for their breakdowns, such as Dark Broly. We're gonna have one shit one tomorrow, but hey, it's KP, you can't do much about it. Anyways, guys, in this video I'm going to go over everything you need to know to play the newest Dark Broly deck. But before we begin, if you wish to test out Dark Broly or any other BT25 deck, we are hosting locals every Friday at 8 PM Central European Time. Free entry, open to anyone, proxy legal. And by the time Friday rolls around, we will already have all archetypes from BT25 completed, so you can immediately start testing them. And of course, a huge shout out to the Coffee Club, our lovely patrons. These are our $2 and up patrons that buy us coffee. They keep this crazy content grind going. And guys, thanks out for support. If you wish to join the Coffee Club, link to a Patreon is in the description below. And I think that's about everything. Roll the video! As with all of our videos, let's start with the breakdown. So in this video, I'm gonna give you a brief archetype breakdown. I'll show you some lines of play, interactions. I'll show you a deck list. We'll go over the first two turns with the deck and then we'll just wrap it up with a summary. Let's go! Let's start with the leader. So our leader is Dark Broly, Red 10k Saiyan, and on the front side, well, it's a very solid leader, I'm not gonna lie. So when he attacks, you draw one, that's standard. Activate main once per turn, add up to one card from your life to your hand, and place up to one red skillless battle card from your deck into your drop, and then you shuffle the deck. This is great because it helps you awaken faster and it sets up your turn to play. And don't worry, you do awaken at 4 lives or less, but you will always awaken on turn 2. There's no scenario in which you won't awaken on turn 2. On the awakened side, he is Dark Broly, face off with the Great Demon King, and guys, this is the best leader in the game. Like, I'm not gonna even dance around it. At this point in time, this is the best leader in the game. Auto, once per turn, when you play an original skillless battle card, you draw one. You can do this on your turn, you can do this on your opponent's turn. So yeah, you draw a card each turn. Don't worry, you will be able to do that on your opponent's turn as well. Second, you can give minus 15k to a card multiple times per turn, because auto, when your red battle card with 30k power is played, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and give it minus 15k for the turn. This isn't limit 1. This isn't once per turn. If you can play 3 30ks, which you can do in this deck because it's Dark Broly after all, you give me minus 45k in total. Yeah, this is amazing. And finally, activate main, you may play one red skillless battle card from your Z deck or hand if you do negate this skill for the turn. So you can play a 20 to 30k skillless card for free. Best leader in the game. What helps Dark Broly be the best leader in the game is the best Z extra card in the game. Yeah, I'm sorry, I know that there are amazing Z extra cards, but this thing is the best Z extra card in the game. This is so pushed, it's insane. So basically, when you play it, you add 2 cards from your life and you put it under it. So you immediately go down to 4 and you awaken on turn 2. You will always awaken on turn 2. And then here comes the activate battle. Add 2 cards from under this card to your life and remove this card from the game. Choose up to one of your red Dark Broly cards and it gets plus 5k for the turn. Yeah, basically you go down to 4, but you're playing on 6. Because as activate battle you can just get 2 lives back. This is insane. Like, this is probably, I would argue it's one of the most powerful effects in the game. Because when you go down all the way to 4 lives, but you're technically still on 6, on turn 2, your super combo is active, your explosive dance is active, and a bunch of other cards are active as well. But this card is insane. Of course, Dark Broly's boss monster is absolutely absurd. So this is Dark Broly, attack to save the world, 30k, deflect, double strike, because why not? Activate main, limit 1 for 2 energy, if your leader is red. So great, this thing is generic as well. And you or your opponent have a 30k power card in play. You play up to 1 red skillless card from your drop, which is a 30k by the way, all of them are 30k, and then you play this card from your hand. So you play a 30k deflect double strike as well. And now he has the auto. If you have a red original skillless battle card in play in your battle area, which you have because you've just played it with your effect, when this card is played, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards worth 30k or less, ignoring barrier, cause why not, and you KO it. Generic barrier removal in red for 2 energy, which is 30k double, and it plays you another 30k beater. Pay 2 energy, KO a card, ignoring barrier, board 2 30ks, one of them is a double strike, minus 15k something when your leader's effect triggers, draw a card because you just played the skillless card. The one that you play from the drop. I'm not clickbaiting you when I say that this is the best deck in the game. Like, this is insane. Like, this deck, oh, this is gonna give us nightmares. Of course, what would Dark Broly be without his powerful allies? So the archetype supports your bullshit. So here's some more stuff. Tien Shinhan, give a card critical. When you combo with him, give one of your skillless 30k crit. What is that? What? You don't have skillless cards in play? Don't worry. Activate main, limit 1, pay 1 red. If your leader is red Dark Broly and you have 3 or more energy, play this card from your hand and then play up to 1 red skillless battle card from your deck. So play a 30k from the deck, draw a card, minus 15 something, and then just swing combo Tien, it's 35k crit. Awesome. Then you have Chaozu, which is embarrassingly for Bandai, probably gonna get an SPR before Jiren, but basically this thing is just a free negate, and it also plays you your skillless battle card, which is 30k. And then you draw a card and you minus something by 15. And Roshi is just a sticky removal card. Like, this one is actually the tamest one of all. Like, he's just a sticky removal card. Because he doesn't play a 30k card. And then just kinda does everything. So, yeah. Yeah. We also have some old support cards to help out Dark Broly. First, we have Bulma the Bunny Girl, which is just like an absurd card. It's absurd card. It's amazing recovery. Oh, your big 30k beaters got removed by skills? No problem. Play Bulma, get one of them back, draw a card, minus 15 something. Then you have this Shenron Unison. I think this is kinda ass, to be honest, but I need to test it. It just gives you a draw, and it gives one of your 30k's double strike. Why not? Just give something double. It's not enough that it's a free 30k, draw a card, minus 15 in this deck. Oh my god, like, what's going on here? Come on. Like, I look mad in this video. I'm not mad, I'm mind blown. Like, I've been covering this game since BT17. I haven't been this shocked since Sin and Gogeta came out. Like, oh my god, like, this is absurd. If you go with yellow cards, well, you don't even need to go with yellow, because this one is just generic. It's a dual attacker, which also stuns a card, stuns 2 cards actually. Ignoring barrier, they just can't withstand. Yeah, they can't withstand or they can't attack. One of those, or basically both. And the controversial one is the Heirloom Ball. I think Heirloom Ball is amazing. For 0, you pitch a skillless card, one of the billion ones that you have in the deck, and you just draw 2 cards for free. Let's briefly talk about Grandpa's Heirloom, the 4-star ball, and the red-yellow Dark Broly build. I think this one is the best one. So it has some pros and it has some cons, right? Pros is it's a very strong draw. It's a very, very strong draw. So for 0, you discard a skillless battle card and then you draw 2. You gain access to the Goku, because he's just gonna get you the ball back. You can play Goku without the ball, but he gets you the ball back, which then gets you even more draw. That's amazing. And there is this Mai, which just digs for the ball. The boss monster is really good. It's really worth running it. However, the con is that you can't run SS4 with G2 SER, because you can't send cards from the drop to the warp for the game. No overrealm, none of it. So yeah, we will lose with G2. I guess because of that Dark Broly, in the end it just kinda sucks. Which is what I would have said if this thing didn't get its own SER, one of the craziest goddamn SERs that we have seen in a while. Dark Broly, Fist of Fate. Like, yeah, that's the name of Dark Broly's Kung Fu movie. Guys, oh god, why? Was this really necessary? Ultimate, Triple Strike, 40k. Okay, sure. Permanent. When this card is in battle, this card can be removed from the battle area by opponent skills. Okay, no cheeky KOs as Activate Battle. Activate Battle for free energy. If your leader is red, and your red battle card with 30k power or more is attacking, play this card from your hand and then this card becomes the attacker. So when you swing with your 30k skills, you pay free, you play this card and it is this card that's actually attacking. Activate Battle. Use all battle cards in your energy in a combo with your skills negated for the turn. It's a triple striker. This is a mega champa for the deck. This is the brawliest of Dark Broly's. 40k plus combo with all of your energy for a minimum 55k swing before comboing from your hand. If you do this on turn 3, you're swinging for minimum 55k. And then like the longer the game goes, the more you're swinging for. Like the moment, if you have this SCR, you don't need Vegito. You just run the red-yellow build and you run this SCR. The moment your opponent drops to 3 lives, they're constantly in lethal range. Every single 30k attack that they don't negate is a potential Mega Champa Dark Broly Fist of Fate swinging for 55 plus triple strike into their face. Absurd SCR. Here is the deck list, the link is in the description below. Only one thing to mention, this one runs the Vegito SCR because at the point of making this video, the newest SCR that I just showed you wasn't on Deck Planet. So I think it's gonna be just replaced in the builder itself. Otherwise, yeah, this is gonna be the yellow-red build, but we will mostly focus on the first 2 turns without yellow, just to show you what the deck plays like regardless of the yellow engine. And that's it. Let's go. In this part of the video, I'm gonna show you your first 2 turns. So Dark Broly looks insane. Let's check out the gameplay. We'll be showing you the first 2 turns with the deck. The start is pretty linear, so we'll show you only the first 2 turns to help you set up properly. Just awaken, play your first 30ks, get your explosive dance, your Chaozu, everything ready, and then you can take it from there, because from that point it's all just spam. It's just spam 30ks. We'll be using the provided deck list and we're assuming that you're going first. It's time for power-crept Dark Broly to show us what it can do. Let's go. Turn 1, the usual setup. This is your standard turn 1, so you start, charge 1, activate main, you find the skillless card, find the 30k, just send it to the drop, you're gonna play it next turn, you take a life so that you can assure to awaken next turn, and then you pay 1, you play the Bulma, you draw a card and you pass the turn. Don't forget to charge the Z energy, don't Z charge the Bulma. Don't Z charge the Bulma, because next turn she's gonna get you your 30k back and then you can just free play it. Turn 2, awakening and becoming Dark Broly. You start the turn, charge 1, draw 1. Let's say that you took damage, so that you're on 6 now. If you're not on 6, just use activate main and go to 6. Then you pay 1 and the 1Z energy. You play your Z extra, you grab 2 lives, you put it under there, and now you're on 4. So now you can awaken. You awaken, draw 2. Then you use Bulma's activate main to target the 30k in your drop and add it to your hand. And then you use your leader's activate main to play a skillless card from your hand, playing the 30k. You draw 1, you minus 15 a card because you've played a 30k skillless card, and then you just attack for 30. After you do this play, you will be left with 1 open energy. So what do you do with it? You can either play the 1 cost Broly and then just tutor for something, or you can leave it open for either Chaozu, which can just free play another 30k. So you just set it up in a way that you play Chaozu and then you play the 30k, you draw 1 and you minus 15k something. Or if you're playing against a deck such as SS4 Vegito, which is very, very aggressive, you just use Explosive Dance. Because yeah, you're basically on 6 lives, you can use Explosive Dance. Like, it's amazing. Before we end the video, let's quickly jump into the summary. So Dark Broly returns, this time in red. This is a consistent 30k swarm, and that's really rough to deal with, especially when every single one of them also negs something by minus 15k. Like, it's really insane. And keep in mind that most cards in this deck just play a 30k alongside with them, or just play it for free or do something, so you'll be able to get like 3 of them in a turn after turn 2. That's insane. Going down to 4 lives on turn 2 is insane, because your super combos are online, Explosive Dance is online, a couple of other cards such as Beerus Ball, for example, are online once you hit 6 lives. I mean, 4 lives. Once you hit 4 lives, but you're technically on 6, of course. I think that yellow-red is the way to go due to the draw from the Heirloom Ball, and if the SCR didn't exist, the newest one, I would say just go mono-red. But now that it exists, you can just go red-yellow. And yeah, just to wrap it up, the deck is amazing. This is a tier 1 contender. This is one of the best decks in the game at the moment. And we're all gonna be very, very scared once the new meta game starts. That's it for the video. Let me know in the comments below. Are you hyped for Dark Broly? Have you been waiting for a deck such as Dark Broly for a while for red? Are you already testing Dark Broly and it's doing really well? Let me know in the comments. I read all of your comments. I try to respond to everything. I love our little community. And while you're here, share the video. It helps out other players. Hit those like and subscribe buttons. Help us get to 6k subs when I'm gonna give away a booster box. This has been Damien from the Lookout, and I'll see all of you in the next video.